Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. Second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. They're going to run it here. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the left side. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. That picks up a first down. We'll spot it at the 39.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
The Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
And it's a bunch formation. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Works downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Explosive play, and the offense will set up now inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The Noles are moving quickly down the field. Here comes a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And now from the pistol formation. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Running through the tackle. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. And that's what the defense did here. They knew where the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
Got pass from the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back. Downfield and incomplete. A fourth down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
First down here for this offense. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Pena. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Willis. The defense drops him for a loss. We went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. Great job of the defense pushing him back on first down. It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. He's got it now inside the 15. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a first down. Great execution on the option.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up first and goal now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Trying to find the end zone off the right side. They stop him again at the 1. Third and goal coming up. Here's the option play. And they're able to get him down.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to fourth down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
The coach keeps the offense on the field. They're going for it. Fourth and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Pass midfield. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Knowles.
Wow, this is a risky throw here, so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception, Chris. Sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. 21-yard line. It's now 2nd and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Willis. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
It's caught downfield. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to throw again. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The shotgun running play call. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now here comes the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Remember last time, they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff from the shotgun. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Third down after that running play. Can he make it to the marker? They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. And it's good for a first down at the 36.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And the Seminoles have 1st and 10 here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Let's see how efficient this offense can be. They got a chance to add some points here before the break. Extending the play now. And the ball to the ground. And the offense recovers the fumble. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And looking for a big play here. Catch made down inside the 15-yard line. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Try to add the lead now with a PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. First half clock with just 7 seconds remaining for this first down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
Man, you gotta love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And the defender will step out of bounds after the pick to wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Noles will kick this away to start the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner is brought down. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Second down after that completion. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. He'll go down, but he does have first down yardage.
You call a quick out on third down, I think that tells you the confidence you have in the quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
As a design quarterback keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Sets up a second and long from the 20. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019, but Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now can you do...
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Noles looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback dropping back. He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down, you got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
QB decides to keep it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
But the linebackers and really the quarterback and the defense on this play diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. Just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. Third down play for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Oh, it lands just short of the goal line, but bounces in for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, LSU 14, Florida State 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Ball handed off. That run moves the ball across the 40.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here's the second down play. They'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Can he get there on the ground? Fighting off the defender. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
And the Seminoles pick up enough yardage for a first down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Now they'll run a draw play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. An inside give now from the shotgun. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a 4th down now. And the Noles will come to the line on 4th down looking to convert. Here we go on 4th down. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Well, great call, Chris. You're still in your own territory, but going for it in this situation isn't as risky as, say, being on your own 20, obviously. So I'm fine with the call, and clearly it works out for him this time.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, hit as he throws it. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Here we go. Third down and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Tackle, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal. The quarterback making some changes at the line. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
What a touchdown here with under 2 minutes to go. And the big question now, Chris, is do you kick this extra point to tie it up, or do you go for 2 to potentially take the lead? Either way, your defense still is going to have to go out there and make some plays.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Your worst-case scenario, you go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The pocket breaking down. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He's going to take another shot right here. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Here's the choice for this head coach. Do you play it safe and try a very long field goal, or do you try to gain some yards and make it a higher percentage kick? How much does he trust the kicker here?
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. So from the 29, this will be a game-winning field goal attempt from 46 yards away. And this one is right through. And with that, they regain the lead. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Curb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.